Oh, ladies and gentlemen, few sights more beautiful in the world of college basketball. The bright lights of Saggville on and luminescent tonight. Portland in town, the 11-9 Pilots taking on the second-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. Zags now 16-2 on this season. Here's the look at the West Coast Conference standings. Zags remaining the only unbeaten team in league play. St. Mary's, though, nipping at their heels at 4-1. And there is BYU, San Diego, Santa Clara, and San Francisco. All remain in the mix. Great to see everyone again. Welcome courtside. Greg Heister, Richard Fox. Okay, we're headed towards the end of January, early February. It is absolute go time for Gonzaga.
Yeah, you're just about halfway or getting halfway in conference play. You're starting to see how the standings are shaking up and who you need to keep an eye on if you're GU. They've had a great start to the year, but you look at St. Mary's, the two games against the Gales still coming up. Gonzaga's got to stay ready.
And Richard, Chet Holmgren playing his best basketball of his early young career, isn't he, right now?
Yeah, is it nuts to think he might be the front runner for player of the year in the conference based on what he's done the first 5 games in league play? He has been everything that was advertised. Defensively, 7th in the country, a disruptive force in conference play, and he's gotten comfortable on the offensive end, really has found his role, his niche in this offense. You see the three-point shooting, 9 of 14 in conference from behind the arc, and he's finding his spots on the floor, the high post, off the pick and rolls, moving without the ball, and then defensively, that's still where he's had the biggest impact for GU, 17th in the country in defensive efficiency. He's been a difference maker on that end of the floor.
And we should not be surprised by the improvement in the Portland Pilots this year. Shante Leggins flat out a winner. He did it at Eastern Washington. Took a team to the NC2A tournament last year, brought some of those pieces to Portland with him.
Yeah, look, Shante Leggins, if you're in this area, this part of the country, Inland Northwest, you know he can coach, and we've seen that. Look, this is a Pilots team that won 1 game in conference the last 3 years. They already have 2 this year, and they've dealt with their share of injuries and COVID. He's done a great job so far this year.
Tell us about Tyler Robertson.
He's one of those guys he brought over with him, brought 3 players from Eastern Washington. Tyler Robertson's had a big impact, leads this Pilots squad in rebounding 6.5 a game, very skilled guard. More importantly, he can shoot the ball. He struggled in conference play, but expect him to get going. That's going to be a big key tonight for Portland, is can they start knocking down shots from 3?
Yeah, Portland's going to love to shoot that 3 ball. Moses Wood, 46% from behind that line for Portland. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2 Gonzaga at it again tonight against the Portland Pilots. Starting lineups that tip off when we come back live from the McCarthy Athletic Center. Holmgren from deep, bang! And the fog is out. A beautiful shot downtown Spokane. Time for Portland and Gonzaga now. Zags going for their 64th consecutive victory at home. It's both historical and unbelievable. Greg Heister, Dan Dickow is on assignment. We've sent him down to the AAA, ladies and gentlemen, to get a little extra work in. We hope to get him back up to the major leagues here soon. But of course, Richard Fox, who's never been sent off on assignment, by the way, is here again with us tonight. Robertson, Austin, Meadows, Wood, and Duca, the starting lineup for Portland. Nemhard, Strother, Bolton, Timmy, and Holmgren. And interesting enough, 4 players for both Gonzaga and Portland average in double digits this season. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how the scoring goes. And Shante Leggins, if you're watching in the Spokane area, then you know exactly who Shante Leggins is. Number 1, he's a great guy. Number 2, he's a heck of a basketball coach. And number 3, he's going to build a winner, isn't he, Richard?
I have no doubt that he's going to get Portland back on the right track. Yeah, obviously some beyond down years for Portland in the last 3. I think he's going to correct things pretty quickly.
And of course, the head coach of Gonzaga basketball, another great guy, and another heck of a basketball coach as well. Now in his 22nd season, head coach Mark Few. Here's tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
Look, Gonzaga's got to guard the 3-point line. This is a Pilots team that'll take about 23 a game. They're struggling in conference, 27% from behind the arc, but in the non-conference, shot better than 36%. They're going to get going behind the 3-point line at some point. Gonzaga can't let that happen tonight. And finally, don't settle offensively if you're GU. Portland just simply doesn't have a lot of size. They don't offer a lot of resistance around the rim. Don't settle for early threes. Work your offense. Try to get the ball inside either with dribble penetration or some post touch.
And look, they have struggled of late shooting that three ball, but this is the type of game where it might lend itself to getting them back in the groove because you got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
nobody expects you to win, right. So just go out and let her fly.
Yeah, just play loose, have fun.
And Holmgren wins the tip, but it is Nduka who ended up with the basketball. And Portland on offense first. Greg Heister, Richard Fox were underway at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Zags looking for their 17th victory on the season. Going to have to get through the Pilots to get her done. There's the cut. Inside feed is there for Austin. And it's off of a Zag with 8 seconds on the shot clock. It remains with Portland.
You see right away, the Pilots have some size on the perimeter with Robertson's, Meadows, Austin, all about 6'4" to 6'5". So for GU's guards, it's going to be hard to get them off their spots.
Austin to Nduka, and first bucket goes to Portland. They lead it 2-0.
He's got a walk-on out of the Seattle area, averaging 12 and 6 in conference play. He has been a big lift for the Pilots as Bolton knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, Rasheer Bolton. What a player, 43% shooter from three, a senior from Petersburg, Virginia. And he gives Gonzaga the early 3-2 lead. And a foul, offensive foul on Portland. This will be against number 2, Tyler Robertson.
Too much contact there on that dribble handoff between Robertson and Austin. That's a cheap foul for Robertson. Not a lot of depth for Portland. They want to keep these starters out here as long as they can.
Robertson ranks in the top 12 in the West Coast Conference in scoring, rebounds, and assists as Nembhard back-to-back threes for Gonzaga. They begin with a 6-2 score. And the timeout, Portland. So Shante sensing already Gonzaga off to a hot start. Let's see if we can cool it down a bit.
Well, he's got an issue with the fact Robertson got called for that cheap brush screen. Here he wants the same call with Timmy. Timmy moving there and hindering Meadows' ability to get out to the three-point line. And that's the issue Leggings has with the officials right now.
That's called life on the road, Richard.
Yeah.
It's tough out there. GU finding the range from three of late. Remember November, December, the talk about Gonzaga, oh, great team, but the Achilles heel, can't shoot it from deep. We need Kispert back, and then somebody hit the light switch.
Well, the trends continue to improve. Last 4 games, they're shooting almost 46 from three. I didn't have any of those issues to start the year.
No, you've always shot it from three well. Gonzaga with pressure on the basketball. Corner three on the way from Chris Austin is long. Holmgren up for the rebound. Outlet near side, Rasheer Bolton. Bolton down to the post, tough pass for Timmy to handle. Back comes the Pilots. This is Austin into the corner. This is Robertson, 3-ball, up and good. 6-5 Gonzaga. Holmgren lines up again. Top of the key three for GU, their third of the game.
And he just has to understand that's a great shot, not just for him, but for GU. He's just so long, you can't bother the shot. Robertson's there, but it doesn't impact Holmgren's ability to release it at all.
This is Austin. Robertson. 8 on the shot clock. Austin into the lane. Shot up. Won't get the roll. And Holmgren will chase it down. If you're Portland, you got to put your defense at the top of the key.
Yeah, but both feet on the line as Strother tees it up.
And Strother just off the right side of that top. Missed the shot and a foul inside. Zags off to a 3-for-4 start shooting. Portland 2-for-4. And Drew Timmy to the free throw line, a junior from Dallas, Texas. 18.2 points a game, nearly 6 rebounds. 70% free throw shooter. And an all-around great player.
You know, it's interesting. His stats are effectively the same. His rebounds are slightly down from last year, but we don't hear the same kind of narrative out there.
Yeah.
This is a first-team All-American that we get to watch every night for GU. I mean, he's that kind of good, but for whatever reason, just the narrative of the year, at least up to this point, you're not hearing that in the same way you may have heard it last year.
Moses Wood, number 1 with the basketball. He shoots it well from behind the 3, just not enough for Portland. Here's Robertson. And Duca from the baseline, jump shot good. Chica and Duca.
Plays with a ton of confidence, just 6'5", but uses all of it inside to carve out position. He's got a nice touch. He's got a couple quick buckets here tonight.
And that's off of a zag. Was that off of Strother, I believe, so it'll be Portland basketball. But Richard, Chica and Duca averaging 7 points a game, but in conference play,
right.
12.4 points a game, 6 rebounds, 60% from the floor. He's turned it on.
And he's been just a huge lift for Portland in conference play. You know, they've got their first 4 guys locked in. He's shaped up to be that 5th starter for them.
Robertson. Zag's defense chasing the ball right now. Robertson from the elbow. The rise and finish, Tyler Robertson. He's got 5, and Timmy, top of the key 3. Timmy, his 5th make from behind that 3-point line this season.
No hesitation either, much like Holmgren. Had the space there as the trail big and stepped into it comfortably, knocked it down.
And there is the first look from downtown. Moses Wood is off. Bolton had space over there, did not shoot it. Foul coming inside. And I believe this is on number 15, Chica and Duca. Look, that's 4 threes that Gonzaga's made, all from the very same spot on the floor. I'm being facetious a little bit, but doesn't Portland have to put somebody at the top of the key?
I mean, look, you got to pick your poison. I mean, the weakness for Portland defensively, Strother tees up another one.
And Holmgren trying to rebound it.
Well, look, if you're Portland, your weakness is around the rim. So if we're going to get beat, let's give up the 3-point shot, at least initially. But to your point, I mean, Gonzaga's just so comfortable to start the game here from behind the 3-point line. You've got to extend it out a little bit to try to make those shots contested.
But I know in the game of football, if it's working off tackle, you just keep going off tackle until they stop the play. And another foul call. This one will be on Chris Austin. And that is 5 team fouls already on Portland.
Interesting that Naduko has 2. And Leggins has chosen to keep him on the floor.
Here's Nembhard. Top of the key 3.
Can't go under those screens. Gonzaga's guards are just going to step up and knock it down. Nembhard in conference play shooting 47% from behind the arc.
And Mike Meadows missing from the 3 at the other end. On the floor with Strother tied up. And this will go to Gonzaga when we come back. 15:38 to play first half. Gonzaga's finding the range from deep. They can't shoot the 3, huh? 5 of 7 from the floor to begin. And welcome back. Here's tonight's fan trivia question brought to you by Arby's, your delicious neighborhood meat crafter. Stop by Arby's today. Arby's, we have the meats. What is Mark Few's record against Portland? 15-0, 49-5, 40-2, or is it 28-3? Text that answer, and Richard will have the answer for you coming up a little later in the big show here. In all fairness, let's get back to our buddy Dan Dickau. You know, we love him to death. Greatest guy in the world.
Why'd you send him down?
Well, and we're being told the officials are over at the monitor looking at some contact. But Dan calling a game for CBS tonight. Nevada, Utah State. We wish him well.
Here at the end of the play, just didn't. It's in it. I think it's not enough.
That's called a knee to the chops. Andrew Nembhard. Shante Leggins has been hot
since the jump.
Since the jump, you're right. He has been working the officials. He's still hot. He's probably upset that there's 5 fouls already against Portland and none against Gonzaga. Life on the road. Bolton.
Nice pass.
Nemhard. Holmgren for three. Strother trying to rebound, and boy, was he up to get it, but poked away. And now Robertson in the corner. Gonzaga's transition defense got back in good fashion. And Duca inside, over Timmy, left it short. Drew may have gotten a fingertip on that. Bolton, electric inside, deflection on the pass. Offensive foul called on Gonzaga.
So it's a little sped up was Bolton there. Nice effort from Robertson to step in transition and take the charge.
Tyler Robertson from Melbourne, Australia, one of those IQ guys. But he's also got the skills, 6'6", 225, but knows how to play.
Yeah, those Aussies are tough too. So they're going to compete.
Robertson with the basketball now. Drew Timmy a long way from home, guarded. Wood over Nemhard, missed it, and it's poked up and in by Chica and Duca.
Duca, nice extra effort there as he gets the rebound here. But those cheap points, if Portland can get some second chance points off the offensive glass, it's going to go a long way for him.
And Robertson, the open three, halfway in, bounds out. 6-point game. Here's Timmy. Quick move, left hand off the glass. Timmy was 7.
And you said it quick. Immediately on his catch, he went over that right shoulder and got himself to the rim.
Here's Robertson. Moses Wood attacked Strother. Hangs missed the shot, poked out right to Nduka. Another chance for the Pilots. Meadows into the lane, now to the corner. Nduka's three flat. Rebound Julian Strother. Offensive foul inside. That's Chet Holmgren, I believe, being a bit too physical.
Well, here's this putback. Wood misses it. How about that? Chica with the kind of comes up trying to strip the ball from Holmgren, able to get it through the rim. So he's provided a big effort. And Duca, and it's just been for Portland, you know, solid non-conference, but his productivity here in league play has just offered them a big boost offensively.
Vasily Vucinic, number 23 into the game for Portland. Robertson lost the grip. It's off his leg. Gonzaga basketball. And also Matija Svetozarovic, number 13 on the floor for Portland. I don't know, I kind of impressed myself on that one.
I mean, I literally, that's why you sit where you do. I sit where I do.
Well, he's just going to be Svet from here on forward. I got it out once. 13:01 to play first half. That's number 23, Vasily Vucinic. From Montenegro, a freshman, 6'10", 225, big kid. And speaking of big kids, Anton Watson, boy, has he played well lately, Richard.
You know,
well, I shouldn't say lately. He's played well all season.
No, but he has. He's been, but since that Alabama game, the last 10 games, he's averaging 11-6, shooting 62% from the field, 2 assists and almost 2 steals. When you've got a guy producing at that level, coming off your bench, a guy whose numbers you'd love to have in the starting lineup, I mean, for Gonzaga, that just further strengthens their front court along with Holmgren and Timmy. There's really no drop-off. He does it differently, but he's just as productive with his minutes on the floor.
Robertson wanted to go to the low post. 8 on the shot clock. Meadows, free throw line jumper up and good. Nice bucket, Mike Meadows. Here's Timmy. Raj Bolton looking for his second three. That one's off. The Pilots now down by 8. Off to a 6 for 16 to start, and that's off the glass. Count it for Mike Meadows.
Back-to-back tough jumpers there, top of the key for Meadows.
Sophomore from Hollywood, California. Transferred in from Eastern Washington, came with Shante Leggett.
Think about this Pilots roster. 7 transfers, 7 freshmen. Not a single guy back. As Salas knocks down a 3. Another good feed from the post from Timmy. But when you have that many new faces, Greg, it takes a while to get everybody on the same page, and I think we saw that early in the year with Portland.
And Watson steps in front. The run out, and the hammer at the other end, Anton Watson.
There's those active hands from Watson.
How about Hunter Salas? Walks right into the game off the bench and then buries the 3.
His third of the year.
And there's a nice finish with the left hand by Vasily Vucinic. How about the traffic around Timmy? There were 4 purple jerseys. They had him surrounded.
Yeah, that's just got to be a simple kick out. Repost, relocate.
Oh, that's a deep 3 on the way. Robertson off the left side of the rim. Watson with a nice box out and rebound. There's Salas just hit from there a moment ago. Now Timmy from the top. And rebounded by Sveto Zarovic.
Well done.
Now jump shot. In and out. Off from Sveto Zarovic. Nembhard. Free throw line. That's too easy.
Always in control is Nembhard.
And Andrew hasn't missed. Now 3 of 3 from the floor, 8 points, 1 assist.
Yeah, he's been really efficient in league play. Better than 50% from the field, 47 from 3. Really found his stroke here in league.
Meadows missed the runner. Timmy cleared it. Now Nembhard on the move. Zaga's so good in transition. Timmy trailing with the ball, back to Bolton. Hunter Salas thought about the 3. Got to pull the trigger. Watson. There's Hunter. He will this time. A little far. Vucinic with the rebound. And look, Nembhard there to challenge Salas. There to clear the miss. And now the lob underneath. Watson the catch and the finish. Hunter Salas blossoming before our eyes. 9:22 to play. First half, Gonzaga up by 13. They're 6 of 13 from downtown, but Anton Watson off the bench, the defense and the hammer. And Watson has come to play. The lob, can't stop this. He's too close. Zags up early. And welcome back. Gonzaga coverage of the game is brought to you by Primera, proud partner of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Anton Watson. He's been a great defender since day one here, hasn't he, Richard?
Yeah, that was, when he came in, that was going to be where he was going to excel, at least initially. But, you know, with some injuries to that shoulder, how that team was constructed last year, were so guard dominant and really withdrew manning that 5-man spot. He's found his role this year, but I think more importantly, what he's found is consistency. And that's such a rare attribute that people don't talk about it enough. Mark Few and his staff, they know every night this is what Anton's going to do, more or less. He's going to provide these things on both ends of the floor, and I think that's a sign of a guy who's matured and has really grown into himself as a player.
And Coach Few has talked repeatedly with me about Anton Watson's basketball IQ. Right? Just knows where to be when, understands the angles of the game, and when you can bring a guy like that off the bench, as you have alluded to, but it's also the point is that he's okay with coming off the bench. Right? Yeah, now as a junior, you're thinking, look, man, a lot of guys are wanting more time. They want to start the game.
Well, you can see he's a selfless guy based on how he plays. Shares the ball. Hickman with a nice block there on the jump shot.
Nolan Hickman looking like a 6-star player on that shot block. Up high. Another young freshman for GU. Nembhard step back 3. Won't go. Rebound cleared by Christian Scholin. number 12. Here's Meadows. Nice catch there by Moses Wood.
Look at Salas.
Yeah, Salas. Up under there, and he got it. Oh, what a steal. And Hunter, oh, with the hammer. What a play, Hunter Salas. Oh, that was fantastic.
Just that kid, when he gets it all together, it's going to be something else.
And now the fans are trying to bring it as hard as Hunter Salas is right now. He's on the floor. And he saved it, but right to Nduka. And now a chance for Portland to quiet the crowd. Shot short by Sholin. And Holmgren, the rebound, outlet Nolan Hickman. 3 on the way. Rimmed out. This place would have erupted had that fallen. Nduka slapping. Oh, that's got to be a foul. Come on, that's a punch to the chest. And now Nembhard on the floor up to Hunter Salas. He's got Watson. Oh, Anton Watson.
Here we see the defense. Salas just suffocating Wood. Tries to handle it and just the finish, the ability to convert from one end to the other. And here we see the loose ball play. Holmgren on the ground. Nembhard on the ground. Nice drop off. Watson with the finish. Gonzaga is rolling. We're back on the other side.
And welcome back. Gonzaga up 34-17. Here is the answer to tonight's Arby's trivia question. This is Mark Few's record against Portland. It is Zags 340-2. Pretty amazing. We've been told there was a technical foul called on Portland's bench in that last exchange. Gonzaga on a 13-2 run. And look, Mark Few's 42. There have been some great Portland teams over the years. Yes, you did. I've been around long, and I remember Koki Roshin. I remember Pooh Jeter. Like, those dudes could play the game.
Well, I remember Revenue when he was there.
Yes, he was a great coach. Had some good players.
Just had Portland at a place where they were going to be good every year. It's unable to kind of break through that next level where we've seen St. Mary's be and BYU, and USF is kind of now trying to get to that kind of that second rung in the conference. Portland couldn't do that with Revenue, but he was a great coach, and they've not been able to replicate that since he's been gone.
Tell you what, that was back-to-back defensive possessions for Gonzaga that were spectacular.
Yeah, when they want to,
they get after the ball and it leads to a dunk at the other end.
Well, Gonzaga's had that, the back line of the defense since Holmgren's been here. We saw it in the first game. He had 7 blocks. They've had that all year. But the growth and the improvement in the backcourt on that front line defensively, Gonzaga's gotten better and better at just applying that ball pressure, but still containing the dribble penetration, not getting beat, not forcing the defense to break down as much.
Nembhard hitting both those technical free throws, and Andrew now with an even 10 points. And it is a 15-2 run for Gonzaga. Portland needs some stops and some buckets. Robertson inside foul called, I think, prior to the shot. And this will go on Chet Holmgren. And that is number 2 on Chet, so he'll come out of the game. Drew Timme will replace him. There's Chet with that Band-Aid over the left eye. A little cut suffered in their last ball game. Got some blood on the jersey. And that was the first defensive foul against Gonzaga.
It's amazing. 7 minutes left.
Austin well short. Hickman was there defensively. Nice save. And now Robertson for 3. Finds the range. 36-20.
Robertson now 2 of 4. He has struggled shooting the ball. 21% in conference. Good sign for Portland. He's knocked down a couple here in the first half.
Snarther trying to go to Watson. And now Robertson lost the grip, but it's picked up by Meadows. I thought Hunter Salas would have another run-out opportunity there. Austin hangs, gets the roll.
Another tough jump shot there from Portland. Meadows earlier in the half hit a couple tough ones around that free throw line. Right there, Austin. Good defense from Hickman, just a better shot.
Chris Austin, his first field goal. He's now 1 of 5. Azir Bolton up off the bench for Gonzaga. He'll be checking in here momentarily. Here's Strother to Hickman. Timmy posting up inside. He's got the basketball now. On a spin. Working on Woods. 2 on the shot clock. Timmy, jump hook, baseline, good.
Did you see him look down the floor at the shot clock before getting into his move? Just want to know, how much time do I have here to get into my hook? Just so patient.
That's so good. 3 of 5, 9 points through Timmy Robertson. Down the lane. A little whoop-de-doo. And now Austin hanging, and boy, that's some arc on that shot.
He does put a lot under the ball. Nice soft finish there.
Back-to-back bucket for him. Timmy with a catch. No whistle, no foul down there. It's off to Portland, out of bounds, and Drew pleading his case with the official. He wants to be at the free throw line. Kind of on his side with that. Hunter Salas checking out. Raj Bolton back in, but what a couple of minutes for Hunter Salas. Interviewed him recently for the Mark Few show. I think some of that interview available on Twitter as well, but what a cool guy. And there's a whistle. No foul. And it remains with Gonzaga. Listen, it's a 38-24 Gonzaga lead, but it's been a physical first half between these two teams. Yaru Harvey for 0 on the floor. For Portland, there's a turnover. Robertson stepped in front of Bolton. Austin back to Robertson. 3 on the way, off the front of the rim. And Robertson runs it down. Another chance for Portland. Harvey. This is Austin. And a whistle, foul inside away from the basketball. And this will be on Drew Timmy. And that is number 1 on Drew Timmy. 4:56 to play here in the first half. Gonzaga shooting 54% and 6 of 15 from 3 at 40%. And Portland 11 of 29, 38%. Here's Austin into the paint, working on Hickman, falling away, and it drops again. Great touch, Chris Austin. Now with 6, he's hit his last 3. Anton Watson. It's on Moses Wood. Shot up, and it goes. Count the bucket, chance for 3 for Anton Watson.
Well, you just saw the strength there from Watson. Well, shimmy, this rolls right into it. He's strong enough. Wood just doesn't have enough strength to keep him from getting to the rim, or rather closer to the basket. And I don't know if that's a shot you'd take at horse. That was a tough finish there from Watson.
Anton Watson now into double digits. 11 points, 4 of 4 from the floor, 3 of 3 from the line, 1 rebound. Another typical start for Anton Watson. And Robertson got caught in the air. Watson forward to Strother, runs it down, got it to go! And Julian in some pain, up slowly. I think he's going to be okay. But right now, everybody holding their breath. And credit to Julian, he's also took some time to check on the camera crews down there to make sure they were okay. What an athletic finish by Julian Strother, so fearless.
A little push in the back there from Harvey. Ooh.
He just left leg, hit the stanchion awkwardly.
It looks. He's ready to step up and knock down the free throw, so a scary moment there.
Maybe they called a flake. They obviously had to call a flake here. We're not getting an explanation, but Julian at the line. Generally, with these calls, the official will come over to the desk, but Julian 1 of 2. And now Hickman will inbound it. 44-26 the score. Whoa. And that was a pass to Cheney. Seven turnovers now for each team, yes. And
Harvey gets called here for a moving screen, offensive foul. This has been a physical first half.
Chica and Duca, what a story he is. 6'5", 225 freshman from Seattle. Making his way, isn't he?
Played with Banchero, kid out of Duke,
yeah.
High school team.
Ball was kicked. 3:54 to play here in this first half. Timeout. Robertson with 8 points for Portland. And right now it's Watson leading Gonzaga with 11. And welcome back to Spokane, Washington. Number 2 Gonzaga with a 44-26 advantage over the Portland Pilots. It was a flagrant 1 call a moment ago, which the bucket counted, and then the free throws as well for Julian Strother. So here we sit, 3:54 to play in this first half. Gonzaga trying to win their 64th consecutive game on this floor. Dates back to 2018, just utter dominance. Hard to take down the Zags here. And really over this 20-year run, Richard, it's been difficult to beat Gonzaga, whether it was over at the Old Kennel or here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. You just can't expect. I mean, look, anytime you play Coach Few, you've only got a 17% chance of winning anyway.
Yeah, I think we're to that point where it's just hard to beat Gonzaga.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it's at, right? But look, I think the all-time record is only like 8 wins away as far as a home winning streak goes. And Strother short on that attempt.
You expect him to get there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Meadows to Robertson. This is Austin with Bolton right there. Moses Wood.
Just not been able to get going, Wood. 0 of 3.
But look at the size of the guy guarding him. That's the big problem. Can't shoot over him. There's a shot block. Strother is a legit 6'7". Guarding Moses Wood. Here's the lob down low and push in the back. And that will be against Moses Wood, and we'll put Drew Timme at the line. Timme now with 9 points, 3 of 6 from the floor, a couple of rebounds. And, you know, you talked about it a little bit. He's at 18 points a game. His name seems to have fallen off the list of NC2A Player of the Year. Certainly available to be on that first team All-American list. But why do you think that is? I mean, do we take from this that he needed to average 22 points a game to still be in that conversation? Like, what does Drew Timme have to do?
I don't know. He's just so consistent. Maybe I think you get to a point because it's so expected. It's not, you know, that shiny new object. It's just, it is what it is. He's that good, and you expect it every night. So he doesn't get the same credit, or at least attention, that you'd expect a guy with his numbers and his ability to get this deep into the year.
Robertson now with 10 points. That kid can play. Good looking bucket there on the pull-up. Nemhard. Anton Watson trying to get it to Timme, but man, Portland really sinking in the middle.
Playing a little bit of the zone here as Timme misses the right-handed jump hook. Pilots trying to change it up a little bit defensively, give Gonzaga a different look.
The Zags hit their, first 6 threes? Pretty close to that. So the Zags try to go inside, and Portland trying to shut that down.
Just the 5th foul for G here in the first half.
Yeah, Gonzaga hit 5 of their first 7 from behind that three-point line. 1 of 9 since. Another foul call there. And that's on Strother. That's his first. Previous was on Watson. Into the lane. Austin creates space. Left it short though. Here's Raj Bolton. Oh, the explosion, and they go offensive foul, the charge. And it is Robertson who stepped in front of the exploding Rajir Bolton.
His second charge here in the first half, and just great timing here.
Boom.
Guessed right, got there first.
It is a total guess, isn't it? It's a total guess.
100% you're anticipating.
At a 50-50 chance. Raj Bolton. Boy, did my respect grow for that young man when I sat him down this week and did a long interview that's coming up. There's a foundation of some sort here in Spokane that works with the homeless people that came in and talked during one of his courses, one of his classes, and Raj sought that person out at the end and asked, is there anything I can do to help with the homeless problem in Spokane? And Rajir Bolton has been working with that group ever since. As if he's not got enough on his plate, Rajir Bolton giving back.
Well, we've heard about Nolan Hickman's efforts back home. It's a collection. I mean, the collection of guys Gonzaga has, they're all of the highest character. I mean, it's great guys all the way around. You see here another foul, and Gonzaga will put Portland at the line.
Go ahead. It's number 4. It's
I got this. Oh,
yeah.
I know what game you want to play. There's folks at home that are really anxious to see.
Oh, it's Nduka. I thought it was going to be Nikola Milosevic.
I was confused for a second.
I was just going to touch. I hope you know Nduka by now.
I do. Had 2 quick fouls to Nduka. Hasn't picked up another. He's done a nice job for a young kid playing physical, but without picking up that third.
Nemhard to the post. Here's Drew Timmy. Sholin defending, left hand. Shot was blocked. Maybe Nduka helped out.
I think he did get a hand on that. Just
under a minute to go first half. Sholin bounce into the middle. Austin runs it down, keeps it alive for the Pilots. And now Shante Leggins calls out the play. This is Meadows. Got inside, missed the shot. And Nduka picks it up. Meadows from 3 is off, and Hickman the rebound. 3-second differential in the clocks. Hickman bumped from behind, no whistle. Gonzaga will drain it down. Portland should get another look before the end of this first half.
So anybody else you'd rather have the ball with? Have the ball than Nemhard here in these late clock situations.
Nemhard. Watson will shoot the 3. That's in. Anton Watson with 14. And the shot at the horn doesn't go for Portland, but Gonzaga puts up 48 points in a half of basketball, and they hold the Portland Pilots to just 28. More impressed on the offensive end for Gonzaga or the defensive end for Gonzaga, Richard?
Well, look, when you shoot it at a 7 of 18 clip from 3, you gotta love what they did offensively, coming right out of the start of the game, knocking down those jump shots. But I'm always going to look at that defense because that travels. Yeah. That offense is not always going to be there, and I think we've seen this team Gonzaga grow just as we move through the year. I know the numbers aren't spectacular from an efficiency perspective. Number 17, not top 10, all that. They're going to end up there by the end of the year. You just see that improvement week in and week out.
That field goal, that 3 by Watson, the first field goal for Gonzaga over the final 4 minutes and 20 seconds of that first half. So a big shot there. We're at the half at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga up 48-28. And welcome back to Spokane, Washington. Look at that. Wow. Not just the scoreboard, though. Beautiful downtown area. Gonzaga up now, their largest lead of that first half. 48-28. Greg Heister. and Richard Fox defense. We're going to talk defense.
I love
here
it.
At halftime.
I love it. I never played it, but I love it.
You blocked a few shots.
I was very good at fouling.
Yeah.
Making sure the guy couldn't finish.
All right, so Gonzaga not only forced Portland into turnovers, but they created offense out of them.
Look, this has been the trend for GU. After 5 games where they got outscored in points off of turnovers, they're on pace now. This will be the 9th straight game where they will outscore their opponent off of turnovers, and you just see the ability. It's not just Holmgren. As good as he is, you see what Salas can do. Hickman has turned himself into a good on-ball defender. Watson, we know what he's done. Even tonight, Drew Timmy's effort, he's got 2 blocks. And it just makes your opponent uncomfortable, but more importantly, it helps create easy offense in transition. And Gonzaga's hard enough in the half court. If they can get out on the break, it makes them all but unbeatable.
Think about that. The #1 recruit coming out of high school. You're 7 feet tall, right? It's offense that gets you to the next level, and there's Chet Holmgren at the top of the key diving for a ball and trying to create a turnover. You get a team buying in like that, then the sky's the limit.
And I say it all the time. It travels.
Yeah.
Do we dominate the glass, and can we guard folks? Because you're going to have that game at any point in the year, but particularly the tournament. You're going to have a game where your offense just isn't there. Whether you're having an off night or you're playing somebody who's elite at that end of the floor defensively, we have to know you have to be able to rely on our defense, and I think this team is showing that that's going to be there every night.
Anton Watson ending that first half for Gonzaga with the 3 ball. 48-28 back in a moment. The Gonzaga Halftime Report is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino. Join us at Coeur d'Alene Casino for a mouth-watering steak dinner, pampering spa treatment, or the hottest games around. Coeur d'Alene Casino, a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Coeur d'Alene Casino, welcome home. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. And boy, there's a lot of things that we could talk about during this halftime period. But let's talk about Anton Watson, right? Let's keep it local. He led Gonzaga in scoring off the bench in that first
We've been
half.
talking a lot about Anton Watson, and for good reason. It's not just tonight, but he's reached a different level. We referenced it in the first half of the last 10 games, 11.6 rebounds. But it's not just the offense and the rebounding, it's his feel for the game. He's second on this team coming into tonight in steals, already has a couple, effectively averaging 2 steals a game in the last 11 games now, 10.5 games. But he's also a guy who can really distribute the ball. 40 assists on the year, effectively a 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. You just see his confidence has grown. He's become an incredibly valuable piece off the bench for Mark Few.
Yeah, Anton Watson perfect in that first half. 5 of 5 from the floor. Also hit that 3. First half highlights brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort and Hotel. Numbers obviously advantage to you.
Yeah, it's just that three-point line. There is a lid on it, on the rim when it comes from behind the three-point line for Portland. I mean, coming into the game, they're shooting 27% in conference play. That is not improving here tonight.
It's your only way back in it, though. You got to keep shooting them at this point. Down by 20, 48-28. The Zags, well, they hit their first, 5 of 7 from behind that line. Then they struggled when Hunter Salas. I love this guy. Number 10. Whoa, what a player. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga 16 of 30 in that first half. Works out to 53%, 9 of 11 from the free throw line, and 7 of 18 from downtown. But how good was Hunter Salas and that Zag defense, just creating turnovers, but then all those points created 8 Portland turnovers, and they turned those turnovers into 16 points. Extremely efficient there. Tyler Robertson led Portland with 10 points, and Duca right there with 6. Anton Watson with 14 led Gonzaga and all scores, and Drew Timme, another efficient night for him with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Second half between Gonzaga and Portland coming your way after this. Holy smokes. Hey, there's Chauncey Jones, Tom Holmberg, the great Jim Butler.
Can we get a wave, boys?
Yeah.
There you go,
There
Tom.
it is.
There
There's
we go,
Tom in
Chauncey.
the middle. Chauncey there on screen led. Jim Butler doesn't follow directions.
How many of
well.
those buttons you think that are like flashing actually do anything? Is it just
I know, but look, we're out here. We think this job's hard. Can you imagine sitting
No.
like all those buttons and those I'd be like, are you kidding? Okay, I'd be like, I'm headed home.
I'm just saying that's a lot of buttons. Like it's a lot of buttons.
Buttons. All right. Portland down by 20 to begin this second half.
Let's see if they can get something going from behind the three-point line.
Robertson to Nduka. And quick shot. Robertson's three is good. He's got 13. He's 3 of 6 from downtown.
He's got all 3 three-pointers for Portland. He's put together a nice game.
Holmgren. And it is a foul. Oh, offensive foul on Holmgren. And that's number 3 on Chet. I want to get another look at that. Nobody really argued it from that Gonzaga bench, so maybe it was a clear offensive foul. Jimmy poked that out of bounds. Another look here.
Well, Holmgren kind of rolls out. I think that's a good call. Austin's there in time and outside of that restricted area.
There's Meadows. Moses Wood back to Robertson. 3 of 6 from downtown. The rest of the team 0 for 10. Now he drives and the block shot by Chet Holmgren. And Dukas putback won't go, and Holmgren cleared it. And he bumps into Robertson. And that is a foul on Robertson, his second.
I mean, just the length and the patience from Holmgren to let Robertson release it before going to make a play on the ball.
The perfect timing. Just high pointing. Like Jerry Rice going up high over the middle. There's Andrew Nembhard short on that 3. And another whistle. And a foul on Julian Strother. Hey, we haven't brought it up yet.
Oh, what's this?
But the reign of terror is over in the National Football League.
Yeah, I read another report that
it's not official?
Yeah.
Now, so wait a minute. Now we got conflicting opinions.
Yeah, I saw
so
this
all afternoon. Tom Brady is
I
retiring, and now you're saying he's not.
Yep.
Oh, which means he's coming back. Otherwise, he'd just say, right?
I mean, all afternoon on the mothership, it's he's retiring. They had all the talking heads talk about it, and then I saw the same thing later in the day that he called the GM and said, "I haven't made my decision."
Holmgren, Chet Holmgren, with 6, finding the range again. I should credit my daughter with coming up with the line about the reign of terror being over in the National Football League. When I told her that TV retired, that was her direct response. She's going to be disappointed. Duka side, roll, tough bucket.
Got touch around the rim, plays bigger than his 6'5" frame. Nice finish there with the freshman.
Bolton in and out from the corner. Here's Robertson with a head of steam into the lane, lost it out of bounds. And it's simply Gonzaga basketball. Robertson a bit out of control.
He's looking for the foul, as is Shante Leggins. Here's Nduka. It's the touch. Able to float it over Timmy's outstretched hand. Timmy with a couple blocks there in the first half.
Here's Nembhard. And the deflection out of bounds, so it remains with GU. 17:24 to go. You missed Dan?
Who?
Tonight?
Of course I missed Danny.
Here's the lob underneath. Drew Timmy the catch.
Oh, wow, no foul.
Got it back. And now a chance for 3. See, that's it. Drew just wanted to go to the free throw line. That's why the first one didn't go in.
They missed the first one. He sticks with it here. Nice little soft touch pass over the top and sticks with it. You just see the complete lack of size inside for Portland.
Drew now 4 of 9, 12 points. He's 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
And a nice response. LMU, only second time all year he had didn't score double digits. 8 points against LMU, 4 of 7 efficient, but this is more what we're accustomed to seeing from Drew Timme.
Gonzaga's assisting on 10 of their 18 field goals in this game. Here's Austin. And the foul called on GU. And that'll be on Andrew Nembhard. And Austin, the sophomore from Pasadena, California, transferred from Fordham. 14.5 points a game. Good-looking player. 73% from the free throw line. Austin with 6 points in this one. Front end, good.
Tell you what, though, if you look at what Portland effectively only plays one senior, Moses Wood, who transferred over from UNLV. The bulk of this roster is coming back, plus Shante Leggins will have a chance to get his first recruiting class. I think Portland's going to get good in a hurry.
Good enough to take down the Zags.
Well, you know, you got to start first by.
Look at Timme up.
You know, I think you don't go from winning one game in 3 years in conference to beating GU. So it's like, hey, can we finish, at fifth, and then can we finish third? I think Leggins has a chance to just help this Pilots program continue kind of climbing the ladder in league. I mean, effectively they started at the bottom. So
Julian Strother through the contact. Love that. Julian with 5.
You know, what I love about Strother's game is when he struggles to score as he has tonight, 2 of 6, he still rebounds the ball. He's got 6 rebounds tonight. He's second on the team with 6 a game coming into the ball game. I love those types of players. When the shot's not falling, they're still finding other ways to help win a game.
Well, this Zag team just so potent offensively. Offense doesn't always come from the same positions each night. Timme with 12 tonight, Nembhard with 10, and Watson with 14. That's kind of the way it's been for a long time.
Yeah, they haven't had a dominant scorer. Think of Dick Howe was that way with those groups. Adam Morrison, even a guy like Kyle Wiltshire when he was here. They had to produce so much in the scoring column, but it's been a number of years since Gonzaga's had to rely on one guy that heavily. They're just so well balanced now.
Nembhard missed it. Drew Timme, another offensive rebound. Drew with 14.
Just no size inside to put any real resistance up against GU's efforts there offensively. But
Drew at 6'10". Here's Wood. Kind of double clutch that shot. Holmgren got a hand up there to contest the initial attempt from Wood. Drew. Missed it, but it was worth watching.
Just the feet, that reverse pivot.
Austin high off the glass, and now bodies tumble. As Nembhard and Anduka ended up on the hardwood. Bolton dug it out. Julian Strother in transition. And Drew Timme working hard too, despite 14 points already. Gonzaga up 57-35. And welcome back. Let's take a quick look around the West of the West Coast Conference tonight. San Diego defeated LMU. San Francisco hanging on. Boy, the Broncos have been tough. 86-85. St. Mary's wins at 81-57. And Pacific up at halftime against the Cougars of BYU. Now, there has been a flagrant foul called. Richard right now talking with the official. We'll have an update here as soon as that conversation ends. Okay. All right. What do we got, Richard?
So initially, common foul on Nduko, but after further review, they're going to call this the hook and hold. That's an emphasis you see in college basketball. They're going to make that a flagrant one. So Gonzaga should have 2 free throws here coming up, and you see him right there just hold on and pull Nembhard down.
And Duca clearly hooked and held Andrew Nembhard. That's a dangerous play. And right now, the Portland coach is getting the explanation. Listen, Shante Leggins spent those years out in Cheney, Eastern Washington. Had success out there, but he heard what was going on down the road about 30 miles and how great Gonzaga was, and now he's in the West Coast Conference, and like the target's Gonzaga, but he's had those extra years to kind of build up the energy we're going to need. If you're going to win the West Coast Conference, you got to try to take down the beast.
Yeah, and he likes to play a fun style, an attractive style for kids and for recruits. And in today's college basketball, quite frankly, today's college athletics, you can change the entirety of your roster over an offseason. And they did that this year, but he wants to play faster. And this year they just haven't been able to really score enough, but their defense has been better than he expected. But as he moves forward next year and further, expect this Pilots team to really try to push things offensively. That's going to attract good players that want the freedom that he's going to give them.
Hickman's 3 is short, and rebound by Christian Scholin. Holmgren got back defensively, called for the personal foul. And I believe that is number 4 on Chet Holmgren.
Nice move there from Scholin in transition. Scholin, a junior, transferred from UTEP, 6'8", showing a little handle there, gets himself to the line.
And it looks like Drew Timme will be replacing Chet Holmgren after this free throw. Christian, an 80% free throw shooter, 80%, 8 of 10. Holmgren out, Timme in.
We don't see Holmgren, typically struggle with fouls. The average is basically 2 a game. Hasn't fouled out once this year.
One of 2 for Christian Scholin. Nolan Hickman. Timme wanting the ball inside. Now he pops out. Raj Bolton, defense doesn't come. And Raj Bolton calmly buries a 3. He's got 6. 2 of 5 from behind the line. And the steal. Nolan Hickman saw it coming. And the lay-in. Hickman's first field goal. Timeout on the floor. 14:05 to play.
All right, fans, it's now time for the Spirit Can. Brought to you by Catholic Charities in Eastern Washington. Get up on your feet.
The monster's growing in Spokane. Zag's defense has been fantastic tonight. Bolton so calm behind that line, so smooth. Zag's up big. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. AP top 10. Auburn up there at 20-1. They're good. There's the Zag 16-2. Arizona held on to beat Arizona State in a close game this afternoon. Baylor upended by Alabama. Kansas taken down with a little extra oomph by Kentucky. And there's Purdue. UCLA with that big win over Arizona. They look really good in that game. The AP top 10 getting more interesting of late than I think it was a month ago when it looked like there were just 2 or 3 really good teams.
Yeah, I agree. It's just shifting constantly. And I tell you what, the constants in my mind are going to be Auburn and Gonzaga. I mean, I watched a ton of that Auburn game today. They're good. I mean, really good. And they probably have the one front line in the country that could go right at Gonzaga's front line and play toe-to-toe.
Here's Bolton. Watson on the floor for Gonzaga. What a big first half he had. Raj down the lane, right at Duca scores.
The speed. He's just so quick and he's shifty right there, just able to kind of squeeze himself in between a couple defenders and finish it off the glass.
Meadows, great patience, hangs and hits. I'm waiting for the flames to come off those feet of Roger Bolton. Scorch marks down the floor.
When you try to think about it, in context of this entire run, the only other guy I can think of with that kind of speed is Goodson. Dimitri Goodson is Hickman lines up and misses the three. Am I missing somebody else that had that kind of burst up the floor?
Well, Micha was the guy that I always kind of compared to Bolton, but Ryan Woolridge was quite fast.
There you go. That's a good call.
And Duca, jump hook inside. But I think those three guys, when you look back, they're the ones. But I wish we could get them all on a 40-yard dash. Huh? It'd be good television. Foul called inside. Hey, look, though. It's been a while since Meach played here, obviously, but you go on to the National Football League and you play cornerback in that league.
Yep.
Like, cornerbacks are where the greatest of the great athletes go to make their living. That position on an NFL football field is legit. Here's Nemhard. Bounce, Hunter Salas blocked at the rim. Hunter still battles. And now the whistle.
Jump ball here.
Yeah, they did. They called a jump and possession arrow. We'll keep it with GU.
Well, good back cut. We've seen Salas do that all year. It's the second one here that they're going to call a jump ball, right? I don't see it.
I don't either. Hickman. Anton Watson, baseline jumper is off. So I guess when we talk the debate about who's the fastest player in this 20-year run, as that three by Wood is lined up, I'm always going to give the edge to the guy who played cornerback in the NFL.
I hear you.
Right?
I called that game, Western Kentucky, I want to say it was, in the tournament.
Yes.
Portland.
Yeah.
Coast to coast.
End to end.
Unbelievable play.
That foul was called on Anton Watson, his second, and he just picked up his third. And Anton equally is displeased with that call.
Portland in the bonus the rest of the way.
And there was Mo and Huddy over there in the background. Mo with a little wry smile behind Coach Few. Anton Watson with 3 personal fouls, but 14 points on 5 of 6 shooting. A rebound and an assist. Robertson with 15 now for Portland. He's having a good game tonight for the Pilots.
He has. He just knows how to play, and they put him in all kinds of spots on both ends of the floors.
Andrew Nemhard.
It's down his third of the night. Just been comfortable since the beginning behind that three-point line. Again, shooting 47% in conference play from behind the arc.
Meadows. And now Nemhard pushing the pace. Leaves it for Hickman. Anton Watson with a whistle inside. Offensive foul called on Drew Timme. A lot of whistles here in the second half. Gonzaga leading at 69-46. Andrew Nemhard. Can't shoot the three, huh? And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga leading the Portland Pilots 69-46. We're going to talk about the defense of Portland and how they have been trying to guard this three-point line against Gonzaga.
Yeah, they've just gone under consistently. You've got to pick your poison against G. We say that all the time. And Gonzaga's bigs in that pick and roll are as good as they get, either on the roll or on the catch on that roll. If they're not looking to score, they can make that extra pass. And so Portland tonight's basically said, we're going to go under these ball screens and force you to knock down the three-point shot. Gonzaga's done that. 10 of 26, 39% from the three-point line. But what I've liked best, Greg, is there's no hesitancy at all, whether it be Nemhard, Bolton, or anybody else on that in that backcourt. If they go under and I'm open, I'm going to take the shot, and they've been able to knock them down tonight.
Yeah, you know, we haven't talked a lot, or at least enough, about Drew Timme tonight. He's got 3 assists in this game, now 165 in his career. He ties Shemek Karnowski for the most assists by a post player in Gonzaga history, but Shemek did it in 152 games. Drew has done it in 84 games. And a whistle and a foul here, but also more on Drew. He's now 27th on the all-time scoring list. He passed Sam Dower and Bob Sacre.
Bobby?
Yeah, old Bobby in this game. Now number 27 as a junior on the all-time. 1,270 some odd points for Drew Timme.
It's remarkable what he's done. Yeah, put that passing you were talking about. I mean, you'd like to, you know, you're always trying to get better. And at times, the turnovers for Drew, and we've seen that for Chet Holmgren at times as well. He's got 4 turnovers tonight. The other night against LMU, Drew had 4 turnovers as well. He draws us so much attention on those low post touches. I think sometimes it's about making the simple play versus trying to make that perfect play, and some of those turnovers will go away.
And the best thing about Drew Timme and creeping up all those record books or record lists is the fact that I get to mention Shemek Karnowski,
my favorite guy all time,
Sammy Dower,
great guy
and
too,
Bobby Sacre in this broadcast tonight. The good old days, Richard.
Karnowski's all those guys are legends, but Karnowski was just the best.
There's the pass to the corner. Raj Bolden, 11 minutes to play between Gonzaga, Portland. Nembhard, another 3 on the way. Andrews in the zone. He's got 18 points. He's 4 of 7 from downtown.
And just way too comfortable, not only on the catch, but able to line it up. If you're Portland, you don't want to give up that dribble penetration. But you've got to apply a little bit more pressure on the three-point line.
Timme with his 8th rebound. Here's Bolton. Slapped out by Watson. But running it down was Sveto Zarovic. And coast to coast.
Zarovic.
For Sveto Zarovic.
Zarovic. Nice finish. I get credit there. I feel like that was close enough. Thank you.
You know, it's a lot of times it's about the effort. Another chance for Portland. Robertson. Another chance, Richard. But a foul called. And this might put Svetlana Zarovic at the free throw line.
Nice pass over the top from Robertson. Didn't see anything up top here to warrant a whistle.
Fouls on Timme, his 3rd.
Maybe some contact down low. Let's see. I think that's just a miss.
I think it's flat out of miss. So here is Matija Sveto Zarovic, a freshman from Serbia, at the line. And now with 3 points for Sveto Zarovic. And Drew Timme headed to the bench. Chet Holmgren back into the game. Sveto Zarovic connects on both free throws. 20-point Gonzaga lead. Under 10 to play. Nembhard, boy, he's feeling it from behind that line. Watson the offensive rebound. Another chance. Shot up too hard. Rebounded by Christian Sholin. There's Meadows. Ball poked away, picked up by Watson, up to Nembhard. He's got Bolton with them. Nembhard to the glass. And Andrew now will shoot free throws. Andrew now 5 of 10 in this game. 4 for 4 from the line, 18 points. And 3 assists. Transfer from Florida. I think Andrew's getting everything out of this Gonzaga experience that he had dreamed of when he came. Left a great program, came to a great program.
And he was playing
a
ton at Florida. But made the decision for his own reasons. And, and how fortunate was Gonzaga that he was able to play last year when the expectation was that he'd have to sit out the year. It really changed the entire complexity of that team. And I think took that team from being very good to being one of those all-time teams here at GU.
Robertson, tough drive there, and somehow the bucket fell. And he took it away off the inbound. Step back three on the way. And Holmgren clears it. Andrew Nembhard, here's Bolton. Jet to Watson. Oh, great cut. Hunter Salas, of course.
Oh, the cut, the pass.
Salas with 7. Oh, the drive. Great take there by Matija Svetozarevic. Here's Hunter Salas. Back to Holmgren. Fake the 3. And now Nembhard. Bolton, corner 3. Another one for Gonzaga, their 12th. 5th time in 6 games that Gonzaga's hit at least 10 3-point shots. And the flush at the other end by Christian Scholin. Nembhard short on the free throw line jumper. Gonzaga's defense not quite so tight here in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a little looser. Yeah, Portland's kept playing though.
And a nice bucket there by Vasily Vucinic.
Portland, despite being down, has just kept kind of sawing wood. They keep competing.
And now Anton Watson will go to the line. It's getting physical between Gonzaga and Portland. And was there another technical call? We'll figure it out when we come back. 7:32 to play in Spokane. And welcome back to Spokane. Tonight's floss of the game brought to you by Delta Dental. We're on a mission to help make Washington State 100% cavity free. To learn more, visit cavityfreewa.com. Brought to you by Delta Dental of Washington, proud supporters of healthy smiles in your Gonzaga Bulldogs. Getting the floss on there. All right, some business now. So Anton Watson picked up a technical foul for unsportsmanlike conduct. You talk to the official. What did he tell you?
So that's a common foul. Watson will have 2 free throws, but first Portland will get 2 free throws off of this technical that you'll see. The official comes in and tees up Watson, and this has just been kind of a chippy game. You know, we've had some hard fouls. Both coaches have been on these officials. They've been busy tonight.
And look, we obviously couldn't hear what Anton said. Maybe that's what drew the technical foul. I don't. This game's been pretty physical. I didn't think that play, at least from what we could see, we couldn't hear it, but we couldn't see. Anton wasn't all that demonstrative.
No. He may have said something, but I think we're allowed to talk.
So Meadows with the free throws, now 4 of 4 in the game. Anton stays on the floor. And now he'll shoot. 79-62. It is a 26-13 Portland run right now. And Anton with 15. Andrew Nembhard now leading Gonzaga with 20 points. Holmgren knocked to the floor and another whistle. And another foul, and this will go against Portland's number 13, Matija Svetozarevic. And a lane violation.
Just physical on this free throw line here.
And here comes Drew Timme. So there was no foul on that. It was just a lane violation. So let me clean that up. Here's Meadows. A lot of confusion in this game tonight, Richard Fox.
It doesn't take much. For both of us. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I know how that came out. I get
you.
confused easily too, Greg.
Well, Dan's not here, so you got to fill in or what?
This has been going so nicely all of a sudden.
Yeah, Andrew Nembhard, he'll go to the line now. And man, this thing is getting a bit chippy between the Zags and the Pilots. Still 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go. And foul called on Christian Scholin, sophomore from Norway. Got a lot of good friends in Norway. Andrew Nemhard, 21 points. He's perfect from the free throw line, 7 of 7. Also 4 dimes. Meadows right to the glass, cleared by Chet Holmgren. Not surprised that Meadows was able to get that far. Here's Holmgren. Chet Holmgren with 9, his third make from behind the line.
Just you give him that kind of space, it has to be an automatic for Chet. He's just too good from behind the three-point line. If they're going to give him space, he's got to take it.
And Duca's attempt for 3 is off. Gonzaga running again. Bolton blocked by Nduka. Gonzaga ball, 24 seconds on the shot clock.
And Nduka trying to get back. Just you're guarding the guy in front of you. You just don't expect him to stop and pull up from the top of the key like that.
You better start expecting it.
Well, I mean, you can tell me till I'm blue in the face as a player, but when I'm playing, you know, sometimes your instincts kick in. And you forget those types of, those little tidbits about the scouting report.
Drew Timme, skip, Julian Strother's 3.
He saw that from the moment he caught the ball. Took that one bounce just to try to bring that help side defender over enough. And a perfect delivery to Strother.
And the 166th career assist for the great Drew Timme. He's in front of Shemek Karnowski now on the all-time Zag list for post players. Nemhard, and now Drew with 14 points goes to work, spins baseline, shot up, good. Drew Timme now with 16. Zag zeroing in on that century mark, and again another whistle. Zags now on a 12-0 run, but they've done that in less than 2 minutes.
It's quick when it happens, isn't it?
Meadows at the line. Meadows has played well tonight, 14 points, 5 of 4 shooting, 4 of 4 from the line. Now 5 of 5. He had 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. The first triple-double in Portland men's basketball program history earlier this season in a win against Willamette. Meadows now with 16. Strother, here's Hickman. Timme with 16 now goes to work on Robertson. Double team came. Pass out to Hickman. Bolton. Strother, corner 3. Bingo!
Just that ball movement, and it starts from Timmy's post up. He forces that double. You know, he doesn't get the assist, but he did a nice job kicking it out to Hickman, and the ball just starts moving. And Portland plays from behind to finish that defensive possession, leads to an open 3. 7 Zags now have knocked down a 3-point shot. The balance from the perimeter has been impressive.
Yeah, they're 15 of 34 in this game. And as you mentioned, 7 different players connecting. And I go back to the narrative as this season started, and we were 60 days into it, and there were still national pundits talking about the great Achilles heel of this Zag team, even though they were averaging 90 points a game, but their great Achilles heel is that they can't shoot the 3.
To be fair, first 10 games, okay, well, I like to try to be somewhat fair. Hey, first 10 games of the year, they were shooting sub 33%. It was an issue, and you saw that during stretches of games. But since that point in time, they've been phenomenal. 42% coming into tonight. They've had another good performance.
Robertson able to go all the way to the rim there. Missed the shot, Gonzaga basketball. And look, I'm all about being fair, and I understand what the numbers were. But if you go to practice and you watch Anton Watson shooting the threes, and you watch Chet Holmgren shooting the threes, and even Drew Timme in a bit, and Andrew Nembhard hitting them at practice, you knew it had to come. At least
You did.
I did. Strother into the corner. Here's Hickman's three. Timme tipped it to himself. Hunter Salas with the catch, and he's fouled inside by Chika Nduka. And that's number 5 on the big man from Seattle. And here comes Ben Gregg for GU. So Nduka's day is done with 10 points, 9 rebounds. He's played well for the Pilots.
Yes, he plays hard. Still, he's going to keep figuring it out. But look, when you're an undersized center at 6'5", it doesn't matter who you're playing, but especially when you're playing guys like Timme and Holmgren, you're going to be as physical as you can be. Maybe brushed up against that line a couple times tonight, but we like his makeup. He's a competitive kid. He's going to be a nice piece for leggings here at Portland for a number of years.
Holmgren takes advantage of the opportunity. He's got a dozen. Under 4 to go. Meadows. The teardrop drops. Meadows with 18.
Holmgren now 13 of 20 in conference play, Greg. That's a good percentage.
Chet Holmgren finding the range again for Gonzaga. 16 of 36 as a team from downtown. And welcome back. Gonzaga's Hoops Play of the Game brought to you by Multicare Health System. To stay in the game, Multicare's team of doctors, nurses, and specialists partner with you all season long. And this was a great sequence for GU first half.
Yeah, this came after the pick. Salas had to transition to the drive here. He doesn't finish it, but drops it off to Watson. You saw both Hickman, rather Holmgren, and Nembhard on the ground. A nice drop off Watson with the tough finish, rather the good finish in transition. Salas has been this way now for a stretch. When he comes into the game, and often he's the first guy off the bench, he automatically raises the level defensively, his energy, and he's got a natural ability to cut away from the ball. We've seen that tonight. He doesn't just stand in the spot. He's always moving on the offensive end, and that's how he's going to have to score at this point in his career, given the talent Gonzaga has around him.
Meadows now with 19 for Portland to lead the Pilots. In fact, only Andrew Nembhard has scored more points in this game than Mike Meadows. And here's Strother, another 3. That just breaks the record here at the McCarthy Athletic Center for the number of threes by a Gonzaga team on this floor.
Was that 16 against Pepperdine? What,
yeah.
2015?
2015. Well, you are like unbelievable, Richard.
Oh, thank you, Brock.
Yes, Brock Salzman is feeding the monster to the left of me all game long with the nuts and the bolts.
Everything that is even mildly intelligent that I say, I'm literally reading what Brock has handed me. So thank you, Brock. I appreciate it.
I just love how you give Brock credit. Dickow never does.
I know. That's why he's been,
sent down to the AAA.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe down to the rookie leagues. We're not sure. Here's Holmgren. Chet lost the grip. Zags have hit the century mark with 3:14 to play. That shot for 3 is off. Battle for the rebound between Ben Gregg and number 12, Christian Sholin, and a foul that's called on Ben Gregg. And that's number 2 on Gregg. Sholin looking for his 4th point. And he's got it. Time to announce tonight's player of the game, presented by A to Z Rental. No job is too big or too small with 8 convenient locations. We rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player, and that is Mr. Andrew Nemhard with 22 points, 5-11 shooting, and 4 of 8 from downtown. He was perfect from the free throw line, 8 of 8 there. Also 4 assists.
And no turnovers. How many times we've seen that this year?
Crazy.
With that, the level of ball handling and decision making he has to make.
Here's Strother. Ran out of space on that end line. 2:43 to go. Martinez Arlauskas on the floor. Day is done for Chet Holmgren. Still hasn't fouled out of a game for Gonzaga. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 personal fouls.
40 fouls in this game, right?
Yeah, a lot of whistles. Right down the lane. And Strother clears the miss from Sveto Zarovic.
His 8th rebound of the night is for Strother.
This Sveto Zarovic, number 13 for Portland, he's got some skill. Sholin earns the rebound. And then lost the handle, poked away. Strother to Hickman. Up, challenged. Free throws coming. Foul called on Vasily Vucinic. Number 23. It's a timeout on the floor. 2:04 to play. We're going to keep it here. Bonus time for Richard Fox.
It's my favorite time.
Entertain us, Richard. Entertain us. A couple of games ago, you sang, was it White Christmas?
I did. I got a lot. It was amazing, the feedback.
Yes. How about a John Denver Country Road? You got that in you tonight?
No, not tonight. My vocal cords. I was singing, my side hustle karaoke stuff. But we see the schedule, Greg. See the schedule on the screen.
Zag's going to lose a game?
No.
In the league?
No.
That's a quick no.
I don't. It's sometimes it's a simple question. The answer's quick. I mean, certainly BYU is not going to be easy. That last weekend of the year, they're going to be at St. Mary's, at San Francisco. You never know what's going to happen. But if this team stays healthy and as dialed in as they've been throughout the year, but particularly since we've gotten into conference, it's just hard for me to imagine anybody's got enough firepower to keep up with them. You obviously feel different. Are you thinking they're going to lose 2 or 3 times?
No, I think when this season started, if you think back on our conversation about what would the Zags record be, I said they won't lose more than 2 games this season. Okay, before the NCAA tournament, right? And here's Hickman at the line.
You see Portland here, got a couple home games against some of the heavier hitters in the league, St. Mary's, San Francisco, and then right back down to the Bay Area to play the Dons.
Here's Hickman. A little jab step, missed the 3. And now Matthew Lang lines it up from downtown, missed it, poked out. Matthew Lang's got it. Will Graves wanting it. Number 35's on the floor as well. And there's the steal by Yaru Harvey. And Ben Gregg with a great block. Transition D for the Zags. Matthew Lang. Will Graves. Bingo! It's awesome. And Joe Few now, headband and all, is check into the game for Gonzaga. You ever wear a headband?
One game.
Just what?
When I was in Colorado.
Oh, you did during the game. I was thinking during the broadcast. Milosevic, and here's a deep 3, off by Sholin, poked out of there, and another whistle, and another foul. And I believe this will be on number 4, Nikola Milošević. Milošević. Yes. No, Milošević. Milošević. There you go.
I cannot remember a game here where you've got 40 plus. What are you, 44 fouls now?
44 fouls.
Just with the way Gonzaga likes to play.
Yeah, 23 against Gonzaga, 21 against Portland. It's been physical. Matthew Lang trying to break the ankles. Ben Gregg, 3-ball long. Joe Few running it down. Battle in the corner. Gonzaga basketball. .54 seconds to go. Gonzaga trying to get to 6-0 in West Coast Conference play. 17-2 overall. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Few. Harvey picked him up. Joe Few baseline jumper off the front. Joe looking for his first career field goal in a Zag uniform. And another whistle and another foul with 27 seconds to go. Jesus. That's the finest reaction in your 47-year career doing this.
I just want to be like, fellas, just swallow the whistle, man. Let's land this plane.
Just bring her down, gentlemen. Bring her down. Yeah, Sholin at the line now with 7 points. Yeah, Portland, they like these fouls. They're 19-21. This is the best free throw shooting team in the West Coast Conference. And we just jinxed them. But they came in as a team shooting 80.1%, 5th best number in the nation. The best in the West Coast Conference. And I don't think we'll see another shot. Therefore, I don't think we'll see another foul. And I believe our final score is going to be 104-72. Zags now 17-2 on the year. 6-0 in West Coast Conference play. Thoughts? Zags good, right?
Shot, just their ability to shoot the ball. I mean, we talked about it throughout the broadcast, but they have really stepped up from the three-point line. If that's a permanent change, or rather a permanent part of their offensive makeup, trying to slow down Gonzaga as we get deeper into the year is going to be all but impossible. Really impressive offensive performance tonight.
Zags with 6 players in double digits. Meadows led Portland with 19. 104-72 the final. For Richard Fox and our entire crew, Greg Heister, good night from the McCarthy Athletic Center.